Yo, you got the clap. Welcome to part 2. We split this video up into 2 parts because it was freakishly long because we just talked too much. And we thought all the information was important. So,
we got really into it.
We did.
We got deep.
And here's the rest of that conversation. So we have 3 more things. I think 2 from me, 1 from Blake, because Blake had 2 in the first video. So, hope you guys enjoy. Give us some feedback. All that good stuff.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe. All right, and don't forget to hit that notification button, guys.
It's a bell.
It's a bell?
It's a bell.
Don't forget to hit that notification bell, guys. Oh, dang it, I misorganized these.
Number 2 for me. Number 2. All right,
let's get it.
This is... I started really late since I started tumbling around 19 or 20, training with this guy over here, and he was already training himself pretty much.
Fun times.
Yeah. With a couple of our other buddies.
Yeah.
And I really realized that this is an individual sport.
Yeah.
Like, there are team components to it, but at the end of the day, whether you're a cheerleader, gymnast, or just a tumbler, power tumbler, trampoline, whatever you're doing, you're on your own. Like, you really, like, that's just, like, don't get me wrong, it helps to have teammates, but if they're doing double backs and triple fulls, that does not help you at all. It does not. Matter of fact, if everybody on your team is doing everything they're supposed to do and you're the only one who's behind, that could put a lot of negative pressure on you. I don't say that to be negative, but you just need to understand that
it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is, and you have to have a lot of self-responsibility when you decide to, do the sport and take it on and realize that, I can't expect everybody to pity me and feel bad for me if I'm having a mental block or whatever, because everybody's going to have their own issues. And what might be easy for you might be hard for the next person, and vice versa. So just understanding that this is really going to be your success is dependent all on you. And like I said, having a good coach, but it's mainly on you. You can get to the next level, and that's where that confidence comes into play. Because it's one thing when you have a whole team to pick up your slack. Yeah. No, this is on you. So if you want to feel good about yourself and you want to be successful in whatever sport you're doing in this realm, you have to understand that you are responsible 150%. And if you put in the work and don't make the excuses, you'll get everything you want, man.
What's crazy, I'm not trying to make this too long, but what's crazy is I've known people who didn't have great coaches, and they took it upon themselves and they went online and they slowed down videos and broke them down.
Yeah,
like watching people talk.
That's what we've done.
That's what we actually had to do. We had to coach ourselves.
I didn't have a coach, so just watching this guy and watching other people around here and just trying to pick it up and
asking questions.
Oh yeah, asking questions, watching YouTube videos or whatever.
A lot of studying. We paid for so much education actually to help ourselves. We paid a lot,
and to help the kids as well, to help with our coaching abilities. But as an athlete, like, it's hard. I started as an adult too, so you guys, most of y'all starting young. Like, you have plenty of time.
Yeah, even me actually. I did gymnastics from 10 to 11 and a half, and I started again when I was 17. And that gap is so big.
That is a big gap.
It's a big gap, and basically having about 3 years of gymnastics before graduating high school.
Yeah,
it was a very hard. Yeah, it was tough.
But I mean, even with you, like, the biggest skills you've done have been done in adulthood. Yeah. And you built completely by yourself.
Yeah.
I've watched it.
Yeah.
So,
I
was there the first time. A double-double.
Yeah, I taught myself.
2 flips, 2 twists.
That was
all in the air. To commit to that with no spot, no stand there.
And having the right people in your life. Like, this guy made me get. I wasn't doing it one night. I was a standing full, punch front full. I was not feeling it, guys.
I was like, you ain't got that. You can't do that.
I was not.
What you mean? You ain't about that life.
Yeah, I was not about it for real. And
hey, he proved me wrong.
He was like, you know what?
I haven't seen many people do that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anybody else ever do that. I know people can do it, but I don't think people.
But when I look back, I think about it so often because I could have rooted it.
Okay, let's not.
No, one day, guys, it's happening. Okay,
Taj just left the chat.
If this video gets 1,000 likes, I'm doing a standing full punch 1.5.
You'll be surprised if this video gets 1 like. Actually, I'll like it, and then you can like it, and then we'll ask Mom to like it, and then
spread the word.
Okay, next.
All right, guys, here it is, number 3. We're getting down to the last one. So, last thing, man. This is a tough. Actually, you know what? It's not that tough.
Yeah, because you have notes.
That's true. It is true. This is very true.
I'm freestyling over here.
But
I'm just kidding.
you're doing good with it, though.
We're doing good.
So we're getting it. So if I could go back, I would focus on. Wow, my elbow. That was elbow pop. Sorry. All right, that was a lot.
So when you're old.
keep stretching, guys. So I would focus on. That's the thing right there. Actually, I would have focus and prioritize better. I would have a lot more focus, and I would have prioritized a lot better to be able to stay in gymnastics. Because the reason I got pulled out of gymnastics was because of grades. That was because of grades, and it's a little tricky there. But I would just simply say it.
School sucks.
Said it the first time, which is whatever you have to do to stay in what you love, but to where obviously like it's safe what you're doing. It's nothing bad that will harm you or someone else or get you into some serious trouble. Do it. If I would have known how hard it would have been to train as an adult versus those 7 years, guys, 6 years, I think 6 years about, I lost, just from that gap to up to high school, man, from elementary school basically to high school where I was out, and it was rough. So get that together. If you're someone who's like, hey, look, you know what? My grades are slipping, and mom and dad were like, hey, I got to stay in there. But if you feel like school's not for you, well, then, hey, look, you know what? Once you graduate, hey, if you don't want to go to college, you don't have to.
That's true.
All right? You know what?
Start a business.
Start a business. You know what? If you want to stay in gym, though, and your parents say you got to keep up those grades, well, do what you got to do.
Suck it up and just get it over with.
Because when you become an adult, you're like, man, you'll say you didn't, have that much fun in school, whatever. Yeah, studying, sure, whatever. It's not fun for everybody, but you love gym. Yep. And if I would have done what I needed to do, I probably would be a lot further. I would be a lot further along because as strong as the strong feelings I have for gymnastics would not just go away. I would have kept training, and it's just insane to think of how far you can go once you close that gap. So that is something that will always probably linger, but won't hold me back in my head. Yeah. But it will hold a lot of you back if you don't handle that. So,
and any of you who are in the gym, like you should, like, you are super blessed. Like, I don't think you understand. Yeah. Like, number one, these, like, whether you're doing cheerleading, gymnastics, whatever, these sports are expensive. A lot of people just do not have this kind of money. And then the time commitment.
Oh my gosh!
Like, I get it. It's like you have your social circles, and then you have your school work, and then you have family life, and then you have your sport or activity or whatever. So it is a lot to manage, and it teaches you time management when you're young, and I think that's super important. So it helps keep you organized. So if you can manage all that, this should be used as like your escape away from the outside world. Whatever problems you might be having at school, whatever people you have disagreements with, or maybe you don't like, or maybe there's some bullying going on. We hear you kids talk. Some of y'all are very mean to each other. So, I get it. We've been to school. We've been through all that. Like, we get it. This should be your home away from home. Yeah, you spend a lot of time here. Yeah,
you really get it out. Take it out on the floor, or if you're someone else who's cheering, when you get tossed up in a stunt, just enjoy that way up and that way down.
Because it comes and goes real fast.
Yeah.
While you're in it and you're dealing with your struggles and you're doing competitions and traveling, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. It seems like it may seem tedious at times, and then rewarding at other times, but once you get into the adult world, like, you might not be able to do this the same way. I mean, you can still train or whatever, but...
And we had to fight for this.
This
has been a struggle. This has not been sunshines, rainbows, and daisy fields.
Not consistent. You have bills and...
I'm engaged now.
I don't have time for that. That's the wrong hand. I don't have time for that.
So I was starting a family.
I have a dog.
Look, my job is going to be, I want to train full time, and I want to keep coaching, and I believe in our program and our business, and fighting for what we believe and what we want to do and keep doing. It's hard. So for us to be able to stay in this doing, it's tough.
So take advantage of it while you still have your parents or your nannies taking you to practice
Dropping
and picking
you
you
off.
up. You don't even have to drive to your own practice. So
Yeah,
and you don't have to pay for it either. So yeah, take full advantage of it because
you don't have to pay for your food.
nothing. So.
You know, don't get me wrong. I understand there are things that are tough for kids. Like Taj is saying, school is hard. Being bullied, all the other stuff, it's tough.
It is.
You know, but there's some things that take advantage of them. Don't get lost in those moments too much.
Yeah.
You know, those hard moments, because when you come in the gym, you know, you learn the set of basics for life that really stick with you and help get you through those tough times.
Absolutely.
You know, when you get older, those times are still there. It's better because you've ran into it before and you now have a foundation of how to get through them and tackle them, and you realize that they don't define you and they won't hold you down. But the only way you're going to see that is if you let yourself grow and you push through those hard times.
Yeah, grow like these biceps.
This bicep thing all day. Sure, why not? Let's go.
I haven't done a pull up in like 3 years.
Man,
I'm
I
joking.
did too many pulls. My elbow started to get.
many pull-ups.
Numero tres. All right, 3. This is my last one. He did his 3. They were freaking awesome.
Thanks, dude.
My last one I wish I understood when I first started training is that progress is not linear. Okay? What do I mean by that? What I mean, some of you guys have probably seen a stock market chart. You all have iPhones. It just goes up and down. Yeah, that's your progress in this sport. All right? Because every day you come here and train are not going to be good days. Wouldn't that be amazing if every day you came into the gym, you just had a freaking good day and learned 35 new skills?
Starts out that way. In the beginning, you know, and then you.
I don't know.
hit
I spent a long time on
static.
front tucks. My front tucks were terrible
Yeah.
for like a month.
That's not.
And then that's a long time.
These kids go like 6
my front
months.
tucks used to fly though.
Oh,
But I was
mean,
training every night. We were
yeah,
training
that's
every
true.
night.
We were training a lot.
Yeah, like 3 hours a night. It was crazy. We weren't leaving here till midnight.
Well,
Oh, she doesn't see this video. No, we were in here till 1 a.m. every night, just partying and flipping,
yeah, we were training every night. You know, we would get in the gym at like
just laughing.
10 at night. We would be in the gym till like 10
Well, as
o'clock
soon as we
at
got
night.
done coaching,
and then we would go somewhere to an actual gym and we would,
was
you know,
longer
work
than 10
out.
o'clock, that's
It was
for sure.
oh my gosh.
Okay.
Everybody thinks I already sleep here.
But you know what?
actually.
As I was saying,
All right.
yeah, you're not going to get better. You're not going to get noticeably better every day you go into the gym. And you're going to see it's just got a bunch of micro improvements from you being consistent, coming in the gym, doing what you're supposed to do, working on your basics, and actually trying to make corrections. And that makes the difference, and you're going to get the skills that you want. So yeah, just understand that you got to be a little patient. This stuff does not come overnight. If you skip stuff, you skip some fundamentals and basic skills that you need ingrained in your body. And when I say ingrained, I mean the point you don't need to think about it, right?
Hit that rewind button and back it up.
I'm sure Blake's done enough double backs. I have not, to the point where every time he goes on the floor, he's probably not like, oh my God, I'm terrified, I'm going to die. No, he knows what he's doing. You know, otherwise he wouldn't be twisting them. So that's what you're trying to build, from the easy skills all the way up to the hard skills. The hard skills aren't that hard once you have the easy skills down, but that's going to take time and patience. So yes, progress is not linear. Just be patient with yourself and trust the process.
And sometimes you have to look at the way you fall.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, you go like, man, you know what? I'm sick of this. I keep falling, crashing. Have you taken a moment to ask yourself, what was different from that fall than the last fall?
Yeah. Can't be a dumb tumbler.
You're gonna fall. That's part of the game.
A lot.
Yep. That's just how it is. You're gonna fall a lot. All right. When you fall, the thing is what you take away from that fall, because you're always going to start over when it comes to getting a new skill. You're gonna start from scratch, and then you've got to get from point A to point Z, right? And it's gonna deal with taking those hits, figuring out those basics. When you start getting the skill on the floor and you start perfecting it, right? You don't want to get caught up in, hey, I'm landing it, but I'm doing it wrong. No, guys, don't do that. Don't do that. Take whatever you can from everything falls, you know, what you're doing in the air, because what you're doing into the pit, when it comes to the drills, because that's what's going to lead you through to the next progression. And that's the same thing with life. This is how it is. All right, I think we're good.
Those are facts. Okay.
I think this would actually turn into a great podcast.
We're gonna have a tumbling podcast. How many kids are watching podcasts?
Yeah, I know a guy, Coach Lane guy on Instagram. He has a podcast.
All right, that concludes the 6 things we wish we knew before we started tumbling, gymnastics, all the above. We hope those helped you guys. We both had 3 different ones each, and you know, everybody's experience is different.
Yeah.
But we hope you guys could take something from those tips and apply them to your training in your life.
Yeah, and if anything was very helpful, please let us know in the comment section what you took away from it.
No,
please, so that way it helps us help you guys in the future. All right.
maybe there was something that you didn't fully understand. Comment, let us know.
Yeah.
We would happily make a video diving deeper on what it is and beyond.
And beyond, yes.
Yeah, totally. Buzz Lightyear. Let's do it. Anyways, he already told you guys what to do at the beginning of this video. You know what to do. Hit all those things. Press all those buttons. We'll catch you later. Dab on part 2.
See you guys.
I hope that hurt.
Concrete.
I hope that really
There's
hurt.
no mat here.
I hate you. I'm going home.
That's my hip.